What's going on, everybody? Rob Ferretti here, and I've got an unexpected one for you. I've been doing this for 21 years now, 20 years, and I'm never really surprised when somebody tries to throw one past us, when an employee steals money or something, somebody tries to defraud me. This one I wasn't expecting because I've seen Catch Me If You Can, and I didn't think that actually happened anymore in today's day and age. But a bookkeeper reached out to me the other day and said, hey, what's this $3,200 for the Ferrari delivery to the Hamptons? And I'm like, it's an excellent question. I've been traveling, I've been doing adventure drives. Maybe something the office had to do that I'm unaware of, but it doesn't seem right. So then they send a copy of the check, and the copy of the check is $200 with an itty bitty 30 written in front of it. And I'm like, oh, that looks fraudulent. And obviously we have the actual check records, and we could see the check was made out for $200, not $3,200. So the person who received the check took the check and modified it from being a $200 check to a $3,200 check with the hopes that it would just slip on by. And that's why you have bookkeepers, and bookkeepers monitor things, and what's monitored is good, because what's measured is monitored, all these good catchphrases. But this one we caught, and we're like, oh, look at that. Didn't see that one coming. So what happens then? Because you write a check to somebody, right? This is the guy that you look in the eyes, and you're like, here's your check. And it was just really weird. You're like, wow, this is a really nice guy. It's weird that he did that. So we reached out to the guy, and he looked, and he's like, oh my God, it's my crazy ex. We share a bank account. She must have seen the check, and she modified it and put it in. Let me send the money back right away. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I love to give people the benefit of the doubt and look for the good in people. So I sort of do believe, because he's also a guy we got through my Instagram account. So although I have been ripped off previously through my Instagram account, the guy with the air conditioning units and everything like that, I've been defrauded effectively out of thousands of dollars. However, this one, the guy was working for us. He's not the first time he's worked for us. I'm like, it's very interesting he would do that. I'm believing him when he says his crazy ex, because he's in the process of getting a divorce, modified the check, put the money in, and yeah. So that's not the crazy story, right? That can happen from time to time. You can never be really surprised about that. What surprises me, though, is the fact that once we've identified it, we reached out to our bank and like, hey, bank, just let you know, this check we believe is fraudulent. But the guy sent the money back already. They're like, well, sorry, it cleared already. The guy sent us the money back via Venmo. We're like, okay, cool. That's cool. We're good. Then the check gets reversed by the bank. I'm like, oh, okay, well, now we'll just send the guy the money back. We can't, because now everything is locked. Like, all the accounts are locked. And that's what's very frustrating, because that one fraudulent check that we've identified, this is a singular event that somebody modified a check, and the bank just went nuclear and they hit the red button. And I'm like, don't do that, because now my processor can't even deposit money into my bank. You're like, well, you have to put a different bank account. I'm like, well, we don't have a different bank account. That's our bank account. Just disaster's over. Like, you could just keep pushing the money through. So our account is effectively locked for the next 10 days. No money's really going in. Everything's scrutinized going in and out. And it's just such a frustrating process for a singular event. In hindsight, I'd almost rather give up on the $3,000 to not have to deal with 10 days of disruption and constant phone calls with banks and credit card processors just to solve this stupid problem. It's very frustrating. Like, if there is an event or an act, you identify if this is a pattern, if something is compromised, like if our checkbook was stolen and somebody's just out writing stolen checks, or we told them we have control of our checkbook. Here's a copy of the check that was written. The check was modified after it was written. That's it. Don't go all nuclear and make us have to go scrambling around and be like, hey, everybody, just so you know, everything is a little sideways for the next 10 days. And it's very frustrating, all from this one event over somebody doing something dumb. So it was the first time I've happened to this. This is what the check looked like that we wrote. And this is ultimately what was cashed, or what was processed. Now, I'm assuming it's a mobile deposit, because I would hope that a human at the bank would be like, wait a second, why is it everything is in font size 14 except for that little thing in the front is font size 8? But even mobile processing should pick something like that up and be like, hey, flag for human review. Like, there's inconsistencies here. There's different sizes. Somebody crosses something out. Whatever happens on a check should be very uniform. And if it's not, that's where mobile deposit should be like, I'm not saying it's going to delay your stuff, but just have a human over there. It could be a human in India for all I care. Just have somebody review it before you just process it through, especially if the process to undo it is such a pain in the butt. So effectively, my business is sort of frozen for the next 10 days, and I got to deal with the fallout of that. So good times. I've had the one kid steal $13,000 in cash, $16,000 in cash out of the safe. That was a while ago. I've had customers defraud us. I've had people try to steal cars. I mean, I've had people, the world of thievery is just constant. Very frustrating. Anyway, Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. A little story that I had to get off my chest because it's Friday. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.